My kids were left out of Christmas because, apparently, there wasn't enough space. Yet my brother's children were running wild through the house. I silently gathered our presents and left. The next day, I shared something online and tagged every relative. I learned my kids weren't invited to Christmas through a brief text that didn't even mention them by name. Just a short note from my mom, sent 2 weeks before December 25th. "Hey love, we're keeping it small this year, just close family. Hope that's all right." I stared at the message for a long time, confused by what close family meant when I'm her daughter. I replied asking who would be attending. Hours later, she responded, "Just Ethan and Sarah and their kids. It's simpler that way, you know how packed it gets." Ethan's my brother, 2 years older, the favorite since we were kids. His 3 children are loud but somehow always seen as spirited, never disruptive. My kids, Sophie and Max, are quieter, more reserved, and yet they're always the ones labeled as too much. We've celebrated Christmas at my parents' house every year since Sophie, my eldest, was born. 12 years of crowding into their overly festive living room, watching my dad doze off during Home Alone, eating my mom's dry turkey and acting like it was perfect. But this year, Sophie and Max were excluded because there wasn't space. I didn't reply, I didn't argue, not at first, I just let it sink in. My husband, Ben, suggested maybe they were just stressed that it wasn't personal. But Ben's never felt the sting of my family's hierarchy. He's always welcomed with open arms. He gets warm greetings. I get raised eyebrows when Max hesitates to hug someone or when Sophie skips dessert. I didn't tell the kids. I said we were having a cozy Christmas this year, just us 4. They were upset but didn't push back. They've learned not to question things. Still, I loaded the car on Christmas Eve. Every gift I'd wrapped for my parents, for Ethan, for his kids. I told Ben I wanted to drop them off, just to be civil. He didn't object. We drove over around 4 p.m. Their street was already lined with cars. I had to park a block away. That was my first hint. The second was the front door, wide open despite the cold. I didn't even reach the steps before I saw inside. Every light was glowing, fire roaring, laughter spilling from the living room. Ethan's kids were everywhere, wrapping paper flying, toys strewn about, music blaring. My mom was snapping photos. My dad was pouring drinks. "No space, huh?" I turned back, walked to the car, and opened the trunk. Ben stayed quiet. I loaded the gifts back in, all of them. We drove home without a word. I didn't cry. I wasn't even mad. I was beyond that. The next morning, I decided if they didn't have space for us at Christmas, I'd make some space online. And I tagged every adult in the family. On Christmas morning, while everyone else posted family selfies and coordinated pajamas, I shared something different. Something I'd been crafting in my mind since we got home the night before. It wasn't theatrical. It wasn't tearful. I didn't name names. I just wrote, "Strange how some kids get to be the heart of Christmas while others are quietly left out because there's no space." Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more real stories. I can't share the full story here, but you can click the link below to watch the complete story on the channel.